Caution lights are out once again. The field off at turn 4 looks a lot better this time. Here we go. Greider and Campbell. Here we go. Campbell up to the top side. Greider. He'll take him down the O'Reilly Auto Parts back straightaway. J.D. Johnson up into third place already. Lap number 1. Off of 4, it's Greider, Campbell, Johnson, and Freeman. Jake Greider powering away right now as he goes into turn number 3. The youngster out of Derby, Kansas, into turn 1. Campbell, Johnson, and Freeman. John Freeman, Michelle Decker in the number 7. Freeman, the yellow 81. Good race going on there for that number 4 spot. Freeman will take that one. It's all Jake Greider right now, the 20G out of Derby. Here on Kenworth now, J.D. Johnson backs it off at turn number 3. That brings us an Automasters caution. So last Saturday night's feature winner out of Wichita, the 98 of J.D. Johnson, checked in as your point leader tonight as well. Backs it off the top side. Now, you know, we told you a little bit earlier when the Credit King Modifieds were out there, they were running around 18.9 seconds a lap. If you good for a buy one, get one free Frosty at any of the area Wendy's locations. Michelle Decker out of Guthrie, Oklahoma, the number 7, our Wendy's car of the night tonight. Caution lights have been turned off. We'll bring them off at turn number 4. Once again, we'll go back to green. John Freeman in that 81 sits in the 3 spot. Campbell in the 10C. Then it's Greider in the 20G off of 4. Jake Greider, the youngster out of Derby, Kansas, extends the margin down that O'Reilly Auto Parts back straightaway.
Wow, twice Campbell has hit the rut hard, and he's losing ground in 2.
Your leader, Jake Greider, into turn number 1. Campbell, Freeman. Jake Greider, that last lap just dropped it below 15 seconds, a 14.634 lap. That one not quite as fast. So Jake Greider out of Derby, Kansas, the 20G. Just past the halfway point, your leader, it's Jeremy Campbell in 2nd. John Freeman, the 81 in 3rd. Your leader, Greider, into turn number 4. Campbell trying to reel in your leader just a little bit. Had a stumble over there between 1 and 2 that cost him a little bit. We got some lap traffic playing into play here off of turn number 4. Brandon Eikenberry in that 25. We'll see how your leaders handle that onto the O'Reilly Auto Parts back straightaway. Campbell closing the gap on Greider over there at turn 3. All of a sudden, here's the 10C of Campbell. Jake Greider, the 20G. Jeremy Campbell, the 10C. They get the lap traffic out of the way, said goodbye, get out of here. Your leaders off at turn number 4. It's Greider, Campbell, Freeman, Michelle Decker, and J.D. Johnson. Greider now with a little bit of elbow room as he goes into turn number 3. Campbell's still right there. We're running out of laps. Jeremy Campbell trying to find a way to reel in that 20G. Dives it into 1. Has to lose a little ground in 2 to do it. Off at turn 4. White flag on your Kenworth starter's tower final time around. Let's see what the youngsters got. Greider. Oh, he picks up some ground down the backside. It's going to be the 20G into turn number 3 at the Green Feather Bail Bonds checkered flag. Battle Rut College finish line. It's Greider, Campbell, Freeman, J.D. Johnson going to round out your top 4, and Michelle Decker in the number 7 Arwitty's car of the night. Well, a good race right there to wrap up a big night here at Kenworth. 81 Speedway in Park City, Kansas. The sprint cars, the youngster out of Hayesville, Kansas, the 20G, Jake Greider. You can check out your top 4 from the bumper-to-bumper Wixfielder scoreboard there inside turn number 1 here on this Saturday night, Kenworth night at 81 Speedway. We'll go down to the O'Reilly Auto Parts winner circle as he qualifies for the Autocraft Race of Champions coming up October 1st. Jake Greider in the 20G out of Derby. Scott?
Well, he's climbing out of the Automasters 20G. Let him hear you out of Hayesville, Kansas. There he is, Jake Greider.
And a hug from Dad.
Well, those are 15 tough laps. I know, I tell you, I saw you bouncing a little bit through 1 and 2. You had your spots early, but then all of a sudden, it seemed like the car was going away just a little bit.
Yeah, right after that first yellow came out, I rolled down to my dad, was trying to tell him the throttle spring broke. I had wide open or all the way closed, and so I didn't have much finesse or nothing. I just had to kind of pitch it in there and hope it stayed on all 4s. I mean, it was just an elbows up type of deal.
I know beating Jeremy Campbell, who really, when you first started sprint car racing, means a lot to you, and Jeremy's meant a lot to you over the years. And he had a lot of compliments earlier tonight, how you going out and racing is making you so much better. And tonight, just another stepping stone in the right direction of your young racing career.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy's a world-class driver. He's taught me a lot. I can't thank him for all my help. He's the cleanest race car driver ever. I mean, he's so fun to race against. We'll get 2 inches away from each other and not even touch.
How special is it that Mom's back out here watching in turn 1?
It's priceless, man. I just can't believe we finally won us the 361. I can't thank my dad, John. Brandon, I know he's running tonight, but that dude's taught me so much. And, yeah, major. And my girlfriend, my mom, my aunt, can't forget Automasters. If it wasn't them, it wouldn't be possible. Bruce Arene builds a hell of a motor. It showed tonight. I just kept it on the floor and drove through the ruts.
Jake Greider, your winner of tonight's 360 A-Main. Dennis?
Back here with second spot, Jeremy Campbell. We just did this dance in the heat race here. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He got me off the start there. And
oh, you were reeling him in, though.
Yeah, here and there. If I didn't mess up, he'd mess up. And we'd go back and forth at it. And I reeled him in there kind of at the end. But, man, I just couldn't get enough to go around him. But I got to give it to him, you know. Congrats on him and winning his first race. And he drove a good race. He was clean the whole time.
Talk about your experience like that. You just saw him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I did about get in turn 1 there, about flipped it over. I felt all 4 wheels off the ground, but I was just trying to push as hard as I could and push a little too hard that time.
Remember your first race you won in a sprint car?
Oh yeah, I was excited, man. You know, I got to give it to him, man. He's learned a lot, you know, and I don't know if I'm going to give him any tips anymore. He might have to learn on his own now.
Yeah, have to start working on charging him a percentage here.
Right.
Jeremy Campbell in second.